Right. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us today. It's me, Susie Bauer. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner and 21-day sugar detox coach. And I have Amber Moore with me, who is a certified, you're a registered Yoga Alliance instructor.
Yes.
And we're here to talk about the element of air and how that can support your body. So, Amber, why don't you take us away?
Take it away. So, when we think of air, the main traits of this element are intelligence, our creativity, our self expression. We think of new beginnings with air. I always think here as we move into spring, is everything's blossoming and blooming. In order to create the pollination, we have to have air movement, we have to have wind. And then it's also tapping into kind of the intangible things. We can see water, we can feel earth, we can see fire and feel the heat, where air is just around us. You don't necessarily see it. So it definitely taps into those things that are maybe a little bit more woo woo that you can't see, but are really truly there to support you. Um, Thinking about our mindfulness practices, whether it be meditation or just moving throughout our day, air brings this channel for clear communication. Whether that's communication between you and another person or animal, communication within yourself, and maybe even communication to a higher power of some sort, if that is for you. It also helps in self expression. I'm not just a yoga teacher, I'm also a hairdresser. So I deal with self-expression, both my own and my salon guests, every day, and air helps to facilitate that, whether it be in the things that you wear or the way that you style your hair, or maybe it's just the way that you approach people and your self-expression within your group of humans that you choose to surround yourself with. Um, it also helps with influencing your ability to act from a place of compassion and self-love. Those are two things that are scary. And a lot of people miscommunicate compassion with empathy. Empathy is an amazing trait, but compassion is a whole nother level. It's not just about understanding someone where they're at, but also meeting them where they're at and having compassion and love for them. But in order to do so, you have to go within and have the self love. And practices such as meditation, yoga, or just simply being mindful through your day, and connecting with yourself, taking a few moments to be quiet and look inward and see what truly you're needing in that moment, is so important in order to share the love and compassion with others. As we move into movement, of course, I'll relate it directly to yoga. I taught a couple classes this morning, and one of them was a vinyasa flow, and we connect our breath, which is air, to each movement. So an inhale is one movement, and exhale is another. And we think of things as even getting into just sitting in easy posture, just, maybe some of us know it as crisscross applesauce or, lotus pose if you're really advanced, but just sitting and taking your breath inward and finding that gentle control. It's amazing what that does, tapping into not just our movement, but the mindfulness of that. I always start my practice with, whether I'm teaching or I'm having my own personal practice, I start it with breath. And what that breath does is it brings prana, the life force, the air that surrounds us, that feeds our bodies, that feeds the world. It brings it in and it helps us to calm the mind and calm our body and prepares us for whatever type of movement, whether it be an asana practice in yoga, or moving forward with a meditation, or just waking up and getting ready for your day, bringing that air, bringing the breath of life within you. And, tapping into that, if you are moving into movement as far as yoga or any other type of workout, you think about your cardiovascular and you think about your circulatory system and everything. It's fed by that air. It's fed by the prana in the yoga world. It's the breath of life, if you will. So I'll keep it as simple as that today. Definitely tapping into that in my yoga session this morning, which was totally cool. And my students really connected to that breath and understanding the air and how it moves around us and connects us to the world. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, our breath. It seems so simple, but I think a lot of us go through our days with breathing really shallow and not taking really deep restorative breaths It says a lot about the state of stress that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
It's all throughout our days. So such a vital part of our health here is the breath. So,
And I always
and
love like people's reaction to when I do take them through more of an in-depth pranayama or breath work, and getting into the Kapalbhati and, just these breath of fire and, the lion breath. And they're always really hesitant to do it. But once they commit to it and, there's a whole nother level of self-love when you get into that. And, it's just amazing. It's truly a life force to be reckoned with.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so speaking with this breath, the systems in our bodies that are really supported by our breathing are, of course, our lungs. That makes perfect sense to us, right? And you touched on the cardiovascular system as well. So our heart and our blood vessels, they all are relying on our breath and the oxygen that we're bringing into our bodies to move our blood through our body, getting that fully oxygenated to give us the support that we need all throughout, and to support our heart as well. So, when we have less oxygen in our blood, we're going through that day doing that really shallow breathing. We can also we might feel that we have less energy throughout the day. And so that's where that deep breath can be really restorative for even just the way that we feel in our day, that restorative feeling, feeling refreshed. And these deep breaths, they also activate our parasympathetic nervous system. So we go about our day. Most of us are living in a sympathetic state. So that's where we're just reacting to what's going on around us. We're not taking that step back and focusing inward. And so our bodies have a really hard time just doing a lot of their main functions when we are in this constant state of stress. So just simply taking a deep breath, even before you sit down and eat, can be really impactful for the way that we get nutrients pushed all throughout our body with the foods that we're eating. So taking a few deep breaths before mealtime can be really great. And making sure that at that mealtime, we're including some really wonderful dark leafy green vegetables, cruciferous vegetables. All these things, again, are really wonderfully restorative to our body and give us the support that we need. And, for our heart, actually green is a color that works really wonderfully for the heart. So it goes really great with these green leafy vegetables. So eat your veggies, take those deep breaths, and that can be really wonderful for your overall health, even your cardiovascular health. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have this thing happening in October.
Yes, we do.
So Amber and I are really excited to get together for the Elemental Harmony Retreat this October, the 18th through the 21st. And we're going to be gathering in Chelan, just outside Chelan, and have a beautiful view of Lake Chelan while we're working with some wonderful women for 3 days, and focusing on nutrition, our mindfulness, how we're taking care of ourselves, and that movement practice as well. So it's going to be really a wonderful, powerful time, but a lot of time for just rest and relaxation too. Yeah.
Literally taking that deep breath of fresh air. It'll be amazing. I get goosebumps every time I think about what we're going to be offering at this event.
Yes.
I mentioned last weekend, I'm going to mention it again. I got to attend Susie's first retreat that she had last spring. Phenomenal. Game changer when it comes to my nutrition. And now we're just going to be really bringing it together and, creating this blossom, if you will, of something new and dynamic that's so relatable, so easy to do, and just create some good new habits in your life. Even if you just take a little bit away, it's going to be amazing for you. Even if you're just putting your feet up for 3 days. That's
yeah. And we talked about this whole thing with air and compassion for others, but compassion for ourselves. And when we have those stressful lives that we can't just say no to everything, but we need to be saying yes to ourselves and getting away from the daily grind and focusing on yourself will make such a huge difference for your own health and the people around you, people that you interact with every day and the people you care for every day.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
So if you want to learn more about the retreat, we'll put the link in the comments. You can go to thetastyremedy.com/retreat. And Amber, where can we find you online?
On the social medias, you can look for Yoga Pravaha Shalan. Pravaha is spelled Pravaha, and Shalan is Chelan as well. So doing some chillin' and Shalan. So you can find me online there.
Awesome. You can find me right here on the Tasty Remedy Facebook page, as well as at the Tasty Remedy on Instagram. And my website is tastyremedy.com. Keeping it simple across the land. So thanks for joining us today. And we had a great time chatting with you about the elements, and stay tuned. We'll have more information to share with you in the upcoming weeks. So take care. Bye.